Welcome back to HomeGround. We're still celebrating Women's Month. And speaking of our amazing women, we've got Motshidisi Mohono, one of SuperSport's finest. Television and radio audiences have been blessed with her amazing talent and passionate love for all things sport. Tonight, we have the privilege of learning more about this Wonder Woman that is Mots. Now, the reason why I go Mots is because all of a sudden, okay, so here's the thing. We've known each other for many years. We actually used to be on Metro FM together.
Yes.
You did the news?
Yes.
6 years ago, my friend.
6 years ago.
Back then you were CD.
I was CD.
And now you're Mods.
You know what happened? So, when I moved to SuperSport, I worked on SuperSport Blitz, and my boss at the time was Ian Turner.
Yeah.
And Motshidisi just
Sure.
And he was like, okay, Mots, I need you to do this and the other. Okay, this is incorrect. You need to work on this. You need to work on that. And then everyone started to pick up on Mots. And also there was Motshidisi and Motshidisi, because Motshidisi works in she's one of our audio seniors in the audio department. So he was like, no, it's Mots and CD now.
There we go.
Let's go.
You're still
8 years later.
You're looking absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, no doubt. Mots, I know that you studied accounting.
Yes,
and
I
now
did.
you went into radio, and now you are a sports anchor.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Crazy journey, right?
Right.
I started in radio actually at UJFM. I was studying at the University of Johannesburg. And I always felt like in my first year I had so much time on my hands, and I'd always been interested in radio broadcasting. You know how it was back in the day when we used to listen to the hottest youth station in Gauteng, YFM. So I thought, let me just give it a chance. And when I went to UJFM, they were like, nah, you're not a good DJ. Can you read this for us?
Okay.
And I was like, and it was a news bulletin, and I read it, and it was like, oh, she sounds great. Can you start?
She has the best newsreader voice I've ever heard. I was like, Tini, when did this voice happen? Because we'd laugh like
we turn it on. We turn it on.
And then you go, and this is Motshidisi Mohono.
And you were always into sports by then.
Always into sports. I mean, my dad was a big football man. I went to a high school that introduced me to rugby and hockey. And in primary school, I got into cricket. I played netball as well. So I was well versed as far as sport is concerned, but it wasn't yet my niche and my work. It wasn't my job to know. I was still like on the fan side of things, you know. So from UJFM to YFM, and I was working in the newsroom as a newsreader. I was on the news desk. And when Tato, our fellow SuperSport anchor, moved here, I took over the sports desk then. At the time, in 2011, I think it was, SuperSport was looking for a female rugby anchor. That's when they launched Lady Rugger. And I took part, and in the end, I came third. And I was like, oh, I'm third, it's fine, you know. I don't know that it's going to open so many other doors.
Today you're number one.
Yeah, that's when one of our producers here, Erin Ferreira, called me. She's like, we have a social media show for the 2011 World Cup. Are you interested? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Jumped on, and yeah. The rest is history.
I mean, what I love so much about your journey, Tidi, is you never gave up. You were super resilient. You knew what you wanted, and you were always focused. I mean, I remember those days when, you know, we'd be sitting in studio, and you were like, sport is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. You knew exactly that you needed to be here at SuperSport. You knew you wanted your own show. And now we see you hosting some of the biggest rugby games in the country, international rugby games. You're doing it one man. You're doing it absolutely beautifully.
Congratulations
on everything. I'm just so much.
Next is the World Cup. Rugby World Cup next year.
What can we expect? The World Cup is, of course, and you are the champion.
I mean,
you're gonna serve it up on a, you know, platter and a diamante.
Come on.
You know, it's a new sort of Springbok team, a new coach, a new captain, and they really are trying to gel, trying to get together. We saw it in the tour against England. You know, we won that series. Yes, a great moral boosting victory in that series, but a lot of work needs to be done. We're still not where we're supposed to be. And I think the Rugby Championship will be a real test. We played against Argentina, beat them this weekend, but it's going to be the games away from home, especially against Australia and New Zealand, that will test us the most.
Before we go, the women that want to get into sport, should they? And if yes, why?
Yes, they should. Yes, they should. I believe that it's good when you watch television to see yourself. Someone needs to resemble you all the time so that you don't feel like an other, you know? And the more women get, I mean, it's not like we don't support our teams. It's not like we don't watch sports at home. There's so many women in this country that are so sport-orientated. So they need to see more of us because we represent them.
100%.
You know? So the more the merrier. Yes.
I like it. Thank you so much, Tidi.
Thank you.
Right there. Awesome. It's Tidi. It's Moss, it's Motshidisi. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Miss Mohono, if you're nasty.
You know what I'm saying? You're just doing an awesome job. Keep
Thank
on
you.
keeping on.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, Rugby World Cup next year. It's on. We're going to Japan, right? Wangshi this time.
Wangshi
this time. Yeah. Okay, sure. Now moment number 2. Okay. Asbange.
Ngengikshi.